You told your friends that you were going to get a tech job in 6 months. You started learning how to code. Maybe you chose Web3, maybe it was mobile apps, maybe it was web development, or maybe something of that sort. Or maybe even AI because it looks shiny. You probably downloaded VS Code, you watched several tutorials, but you feel stuck. You feel like you're not making any progress at all. In fact, every day when you go online, you see people say that, oh, I just landed this job that is paying me 120k per year. And you're asking yourself, what exactly am I doing wrong? And maybe you might even be thinking about quitting. The truth is, you are not alone. A lot of new developers, especially in Web3, feel that same way. So in this video, we are going to unpack these things. Why so many people quit tech when it actually makes sense to quit. Yes, in some cases, you might just need to quit. And how to stay afloat without burning out or going broke. Because quitting is not always the answer. Sometimes you might just need a new strategy. Let's talk. Let's start with this. Tech is hard. And it is not because you are not smart enough. No, that's not the reason. Tech is hard because the internet has lied to you. You've been told that learn to code and in 30 days you'll land your dream job. You've been told that learn to probably mint an NFT and boom, you've made it in life. You'll be told that just learn, build, and you can sell off that dApp and make lots of money. Or maybe you get hired by an international Web3 company and your life will change forever. But nobody really tells you about the imposter syndrome, debugging for 5 hours, feeling isolated when you think that everybody is 10 steps ahead of you, balancing learning with family pressure and maybe school or even a job that you hate. I remember someone DMing me a while ago and the person was saying that, oh, I started learning Solidity 6 months ago and I have not landed any job yet. Am I wasting my time? I felt it. Now, a lot of people quit not because they are not capable, but because they had very high expectations and those expectations were unfortunately not met. Now, let's talk about some of the reasons why people quit tech after some time. Number one, unrealistic expectations. You thought that you were going to be job ready in 3 months, but nobody tells you that even junior roles ask for 2 years of experience. You don't need more time. What you need is more proof. So rather than look at timeline, focus on building proof that you actually know what you're doing and you might just get hired faster. Number two is constant comparison. A lot of us compare ourselves with everybody, not minding that we are all on different paths. We have different experiences. You don't even know what goes on behind the scene for these people that you compare yourself with. Some of them might have private teachers that are teaching them. Some of them might have connections. Some of them might have very good relationships that they are leveraging. But then you're comparing yourself with them. I feel like it's just unnecessary headache. Please stop. Stop comparing yourself with people, even though it is like a close friend, even though it is people that you don't know. Stop comparing yourself with people. Compare yourself with the previous versions of you. That should be your source of comparison, not people that you're not sure of their journey. And even if you're sure of their journey, you're not just the same with them. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to other people's chapter 10. It will save you a lot of headache. Number 3 reason why developers quit after some time is financial pressure. Let's be honest, learning to code without a backup income source is a nightmare. It is very stressful. So a lot of people just dump their jobs, quit whatever they are doing and decide to go into tech. But then after a while, there's a lot of financial pressure and they just quit. Now, this is actually a problem because at that particular point in time, you're not trying to build a portfolio. What you're trying to do is survive. So you probably just take anything that comes your way, or sometimes you may not even be patient enough to get the kind of quality of experience that you want to get because you're looking for food on your table. I'm going to tell you how to get past this. Another reason why developers quit after a while is not building enough. So you are watching courses, which is actually great, but if all you have done is build a to-do app or maybe a calculator, 6 to 7 different times, then you're not ready. You are not going to get jobs that way. Focus on building things that solve problems, even though they are little ones. So I remember when I was learning how to write JavaScript, rather than just build like a random calculator, I remember that I built a project to help me source food recipes, because I like to eat a lot and I'm tired of asking myself, what do I eat? So I literally built, using APIs, I built like an application that allows me just think about, maybe say I want to eat rice. Instead of just thinking of what kind of rice, I just put rice and it brings out hundreds of recipes that I can choose from. I also remember building an application that helps me measure my size per time, because you know, when you want to buy clothes, let's say you want to buy a pair of pants, rather than thinking what is my size, I just put in the measurement and it tells me my size. So those are like small things that you can actually build. They are not so big, but then they are going to give you the experience that you need, and they will make you stand out, because people would see you and know that you are thinking like a problem solver. You're not just thinking like a consumer, like consuming tutorial. You're not just building projects based off of tutorial, but you're actually solving problems that you are actually experiencing. So build more. The fifth reason why people quit tech after a while is lack of direction. A lot of people got into tech without any clear direction on where they are going. They don't know what they are trying to achieve. They don't have a goal, and it's a problem, because today they are learning Solidity, tomorrow they are learning React, next tomorrow they are on Node.js, next tomorrow they decide to do design, and you're wasting a lot of time. Rather than do that, think of what is the end goal, what am I trying to do, and then focus your time and energy into achieving that goal. So rather than just experimenting with different languages for 6 months, that 6 months, channel it into one language, build as much as you can, grow depth in that area, and you will see that you're going to make lots of progress. Now let's talk about when it is okay to quit. The truth is, everybody will not be in tech. Everybody will not be developers. That is the truth. So when do you actually know that, okay, I have to quit at this particular point in time? If you realize, for example, that you hate coding, you would rather eat raw vegetable than code. You hate it. You cannot stand it. You don't enjoy it. It is stressful to your life. You just hate it. Then maybe you shouldn't be coding. Look for things that you find more enjoyable, because at the end of the day, you're building a career. You don't want to build a career around something that you hate. You want to build a career around something that, even though you don't love it per se, but it's something that you can tolerate. It's something that you can do long term. The problem that a lot of people have is that they just pick areas to go into because of people's advice. Maybe you see people doing something and then you decide to do it, or maybe because you hear that something is very lucrative, so because of that you go and decide to learn that skill. At the end of the day, you might struggle because you hate it, so you're not putting in any effort, or you cannot just stand it. In those kind of scenarios, it's best that you quit. Look for something else that you probably enjoy doing, and it's going to be easier for you to learn and grow in that area. Another thing is, do not quit because it is hard. Now, there's a difference between quitting something because you find it hard to do and quitting something because you hate it. If something is hard, it just means that the more you put in time and effort into that thing, you're going to get more familiar with it and it's going to get easier. So don't quit because it is hard. You can quit when it is not your lane, or maybe Twitter made it look easy. In those kind of scenarios, you can quit. But then I hope you just think about it clearly. If you think that this particular part is not for you, look at the other parts and think, what else do I think I'm going to excel in? And go for it. You might become very successful in those other parts, rather than wasting time trying to prove a point to everybody that you can do it, and you just waste like years of your life unnecessarily. Now that we know some of the reasons why people quit, and now that we also know when to quit, let's talk about how to stay afloat. Number one, which is like probably the most important, is learn how to make money on the side. The fact that you're learning a particular skill doesn't mean that you have to make money from that skill immediately. In fact, if your plan is to make money from that skill immediately, you're going to put yourself under a lot of unnecessary pressure. So what is my recommendation? Find other sources that you can make money from on the side, and then you use the money you make from that to fund your learning in the other place where you're trying to grow in. When I was learning how to code initially, I remember I did a lot of things on the side. I remember I did graphic designing, I did ebook publishing, I did ushering jobs, I did I did business, I sold stuff just to get money. All of those things was literally to get money to buy data, to take care of myself, because I was in university and I was not getting extra money to do anything. So I had to do all of those other things on the side to fund my developer career, because I was not making any money from development for at least, in fact, the first year I didn't make any money from development. The second year, I made 10,000 naira from development, 5k from my first client, 5k from my second client. So you can imagine if all I was waiting for was the money I would make from development, I'll probably be frustrated and I would have given up a long time ago. So please find other things that you can do to make money, and it doesn't have to be tech. Number 2 is upskill smartly. Please do not try to learn everything. In fact, you cannot learn everything at the same time. Pick one thing, focus on it. Pick one ecosystem, focus on it. Pick one area, focus on it until you've gained expertise in that area, until you've made money from that area, until you've gained a lot of experience from that area. Do not jump into another thing, except you have very strong intuition that is telling you to move. That's a different scenario. But don't just hop from this place to this place. Every 2 months, you're jumping skills. At the end of the day, you're not going to build anything. You're not going to be able to get a job like that. Okay, so sit down in one place and upskill smartly. Even if you're going to be upskilling, let it be that you're upskilling in that particular area to be better at it. When it's time to move ships, you know that you have enough experience that you're transferring to the next skill that you're trying to learn. This is a way better approach than just jumping around and trying to learn everything. You're just going to burn out. The third thing I'm going to talk about here is to build and show your work. Now, one of the issues a lot of people are having is not that they are not skilled enough. The problem is just that they are not getting jobs because people do not know that they have those skills that they have. So you're a developer, fantastic developer, you have skills, you have experience, but nobody knows that you can do it. You don't have anything that shows that you can do it. Probably you post on social media, you just post memes. Memes are great, but then people should know that you can do this thing, so that when they see opportunities, they refer it to you. So when your friends see things like that, they refer it to you. In fact, randomly, somebody literally just reached out to me and said, "Oh, can you do this in Web3?" Just because the person has been seeing my work, has been seeing me talk about Web3 for years, and I've not really spoken to this person. So please talk about what you do. Build. As you build, talk about it, so that people would know that you can do that thing. They know that you are skilled in that thing, and when there are opportunities, they would recommend you to those opportunities. You actually never know who is watching. Number 4 is to join a community. It is better to build with people rather than build by yourself. Join communities on Discord, maybe in your local city, on Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever platform at all that you're comfortable with. Join communities, be active in those communities. Some opportunities just come to community members. In fact, I remember that the first co-founder, not the first co-founder opportunity I had, but one of the opportunities I had to co-found a blockchain project that was a big deal, something that we're almost going to get funding for thousands of dollars, was literally because of community. Someone just recommended me to. That was just how it happened. I didn't need to go and talk to anybody. It was just recommendation because I was in a community. So please do not be a lone wolf. Join communities, be active in those communities, contribute to those communities, find people that are like you in those communities, because you're also going to see people that are newbies, people that are trying to learn, people that are probably at the same pace that you are at, and then you work with them and grow together. The next tip I have, which is the 5th one, is to contribute to open source. Rather than waiting for the job that would help your life or whatever, you can start contributing to open source. Now, there are so many benefits from contributing to open source. You can actually get more experience, you get more recognition, and you can just land a job. In fact, some of those open source roles are paid. So do not just wait. Be proactive. Contribute to open source project. It doesn't have to be big and fanciful. It doesn't have to be very big. It could just be contributing to documentation, contributing to the code base, changing something, making things better. Find a way to contribute. It's going to really help you. The 6th one is for you to look for grants, look for hackathons, look for fellowship, rather than waiting for the job that would save you, or the job that will make your career trajectory change, you can actually try looking into joining fellowships, joining grants programs, joining all of those hackathons. Those things are going to help you make money and also give you more experience. It's going to give you more experience that you can use when you are now applying for jobs, you get. So please do not downplay these things I have mentioned: hackathons, fellowships, grants. Try to get them. They will go a long way. And then lastly, which is like the most important, pray to God and trust God for favor. Because at the end of the day, sometimes some people are just favored. They don't really do so much. They just enjoy favor in their career. So just ensure that you're holding on to God very tight. Ensure that you're praying, asking God for favor, and God is going to help you and make things work out easily for you. It may not be easily as others, but then things are just going to work out for you. So please, that is actually a very important point. Pray and trust God for favor in your career. Now, I've said all of this to say that you are not failing, you are growing. And sometimes growth can be messy. It may not be a straight line. So if you have ever thought about quitting, I hope this video helps you find encouragement. I hope this video uplifts you, encourages you, and keeps you on track. Please, if you have any idea or maybe any tip for people that are watching, please do well to drop them in the comments. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, like this video as well, and of course subscribe to my newsletter. I put out opportunities in Web3, in tech. I put them out every week on my newsletter. So for some of you that are looking for like opportunities like job, hackathons, grants, and the rest, I literally send them out every week. So please subscribe, and I'm sure that you're going to find something that might change your life for good. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your patience. I would see you in the next one. Bye.